What's up, gang? Shout out to my gang. Thank you all for your endless love and support. Shout out to my Patreon gang. We are lit over there. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. And welcome all those who have recently discovered my YouTube channel. Get to know more about me at magicalflowerstarot.com. They call me affectionately Mama Magical, so welcome. So y'all, we finna get right into this, right? For the longest, we have been hearing endless rumors about VladTv. I watched something briefly on him. I guess in the early 90s, he started off as a quote-unquote rapper. People accused him of being a culture vulture, culture appropriation. They also talk about him being tied to the feds and him being a part of the Jewish community. We know the Jewish community reigns supreme over your music business, your actor and actress business, Hollywood as we refer it to here. He is tied into all those, you know, that big elite group of higher ups. So we finna just jump into this and we're gonna see what's to Mr. Vlad, period, because y'all know I don't come to play. So we're gonna open up, we're gonna let the ancestors speak. And we're going to see what they got to say, y'all. We're going to see if he had anything to do with Boosie. Is he behind several people being convicted? We're just going to see his true intent behind his interviews, period. VladTv, VladTv, VladTv. Spirit, reveal to us the truth. Show us the truth around these interviews, around Vlad himself. My eyes is your eyes. My mouth is your eyes. Mouth. My hands is your hands. Let's just see the truth around in this energy. First and foremost, the first card that comes out says surprise. When surprise is when surprise is reversed, it speaks about unpleasant surprise. It talks about someone being sneaky and conniving. As we look at the supporting card, play chess, not checkers. There's always a motive. There's always a strategy to everything he does. We're talking about health here, the energy of health. So he may need to pay attention to his health. Also, healthy decisions. If you choose to engage with him, is this something that will be successful for a person or possibly put them in some type of future compromising position? Now, granted, you know, they do say he could horse his information out of people, but people got to be careful with running their damn mouth too, Spirit is saying. Abundance, reverse. So this talks about the energy of money and by any means necessary. He is in this for the money as well. There is a hidden agenda, Spirit is revealing to me, but this is about money. He is being paid to interview particular people. Remember, it's not by a throw of the dice. It's not a random choice. He specifically chooses who he is going to interview, and then we have a timeline. So we're coming in with a surprise and we ending with a timeline. So be on the lookout. You know, when these timelines come out in these cards, usually there's going to be something later on down the line, sometimes even in the near future, to reveal things. Come through, Spirit. Come show us, ancestors. Career, health of his career weeks. A lot of people are going to stop interviewing with him, I feel, but we will pull tarot on that just to get more details. Black magic. He is very much tied into, once again, that dark circle, that underground world, that higher up, the elite, the eyes wide shut energy that we always talk about. He is tied into that. There is energy of occultism around him and mysticism as well. This energy is also rooted in conniving energy, deception, negative energy. Bad things happen to people when they sit down on his interview chair. Career reverse. Got confirmation, delusional. Close your mouth. Spirit said it. I said, although he coerces people into this information, he kind of persuades them to share more, try to make them feel like, you know, I'm down, you know, you could be comfortable with me. It's a delusion, and they need to keep their mouth shut. Like I said, they need to watch what they say if they are going to sit in his interviewing chair. So there's more to reveal. There's no celebration. Celebration's reverse. So you think you're being celebrated. Oh, shit, I done made it. I'm sitting on VladTv. That is the gimmick. That is the bait and switch. You know, it's always an agenda when you sit on that couch. It's like the elites have seen something and they've called you. It looks like he has no regrets. He likes doing what he does. He's not feeling bad. But I am going to pull some, I'm going to pull some more cards on it just to see his true energy behind this. Danger. So it's a warning here. It is a warning. He's not your friend. It's a frenemy. And competition is at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to see if the tarot give us more details about him, because we're going to ask some questions, child. The ancestors have spoken up. He does have ties to spirits. He does do, it's not maybe the type of energy that you think it is. Maybe not the type of, spirits are showing me like Jewish mysticism. That's what spirit is showing me, because you know Jewish has their own mysticism as well. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it just left my mind, y'all. Not mysticism. Not metaphysics. It's metaphysics. Watch, it's gonna come to me, y'all. Probably in the middle of the reading. But let's anyway, let's get into these tarot cards to see if we can get details. I want to see some more energy surround, and I am using my shadow deck, y'all. So shout out to the one who requested this again. So we're gonna see some more Vlad's energy, his current energy that surrounds him. He's going to continue to get exposed. He is very much tied into mysticism, the spiritual world. The Lover's Reverse. This talks about the Lover's Reverse. And if you look at that snake right there, right? Once again, seduction. Making people feel comfortable. You know, he just wants to talk to you. He's just honoring your career. You know, he's so-called giving you your flowers. But see that snake? That's the hidden enemy right there. That is the deception. He has a lot of bodies on him. Spirit is showing me. He has a lot of body. He's behind people actually even being unalived. I'm going to say that. This is the things that Spirit is showing me. He is behind that. He has made contracts with people. He is involved in circles, and he has pledged allegiance to certain groups, certain esoteric and religion, spiritual groups. More is going to be revealed around him. Revealed. We know the Hermit definitely talks about, it could be about a Virgo, but it also talks about someone who is getting ready to either be exposed or something is getting ready to be brought to the light. The Queen of Cups reverse also talks about spiritual connection as well. But I feel like even though he's going to continue to do what he does, I know I said I felt like he kind of not worried about it. He's going to continue to do it. But there is something behind him that is starting to bubble up and surface as a warning. Because people are talking. It's not, no, it's, you know, we're moving out of the age of conspiracy theory because people are starting to see that these things have truth in them. So there is concern. But he is under enslavement too. He's in these circles, but it's not like he's the one that calls the shot. He works for these people. And they're going to continue to work him as well. He's a liar too, Ace of Swords. And he's come through Spirit. This is what I was looking for. That Seven of Swords. He's a trickster. He's an illusionist. He's a deception. He is conniving. He thinks he's slick. He thinks that he is very skilled and talented in what he does, but he's not, because people are starting to catch on. This talks about someone who is very clever as well in their ways. And he has been. He has had a lot and thousands of interviews that he's done over his career. So he is really good. Don't get it twisted at what he's been doing, but now people are starting to see things. There talks about blood being on the floor, blood being spilled. This is a confirmation to what I have seen. As far as it relates to his past, he has a lot of demons in his past, quote unquote, for lack of better terms. He has a lot of bodies on him, and it's showing up all in these cards. Once again, he is at the foot of the higher up. See, almost like that peasant worker type of energy here, that divine energy. We're looking at the images, guys. Like I always teach you guys to pay attention to the imagery on the cards, because that's how I read. The energy here, there is some sort of spiritual divine being, some sort of entity or deity. This is who he serves. This is the puppet master. Page of Pentacles, once again, a worker for the elite and the higher ups. Page of Swords, come through Spirit. So this is definitely that. Page of Swords talks about a fucking snitch. Page of Swords, excuse me, is a snitch. He is the one who goes back and forth and reports on other people's business and put those people in potential danger, harm, and risk, Spirit is showing me. Once again, his unification. There's more blood on the floor. His unification, his bond with the people that he is working for. You see, he does not work alone. Once again, money, the hangman. Continue to watch, people. So as you are looking into his camera, there are other people on the other side of that camera that are looking at you. And we ain't talking about the watchers on YouTube, if that makes sense. More Page of Wands energy, more money. He does cause a lot of strife in people's life. The Magician, here it goes. Let's see the one finger dipped into the blood. This talks about sacrifice. This is his way of sacrificing people. Exposure. The Emperor reverse, someone that is very cold-headed, cold-hearted, lacks compassion, very selfish type of energy, all about me, and will lead you astray, lead you down a road of tragedy. So that's just some of the energies that surround him and some of his energy. So let's get into this. The next question. Let's talk about his intention. Show us his intention behind these interviews. Even though a lot of that has been exposed, we're just going to see if we can get some more detail. Show us the intention that surrounds VladTv's interviews. What's this? Once again, a unification, a partnership. To put people in harm and put people at risk. To get people caught up. Once again, 2-2. He's not working alone. It's not just you, him, and the camera. There's other people that are watching these interviews as well, which is all coming to the surface. Everyone is talking about that. The Emperor. This talks about death and defeat. To bring down someone as well. You see this Ace of Cups, that spiritual. It keeps on talking. He has a lot of spiritual tides around him. He has a lot of spiritual, I want to say pacts is the word I'm looking for, with a lot of spirits. This is a warning Spirit is giving me. Anyone that chooses to do an interview with him, they are putting their life in danger. They are putting their life at risk. There is threat here, not only to them, but their family members as well. This talks about someone can be possibly killed or murdered as well. The Empress energy reverse. He is not trying to nurture your career. He is not trying to give you exposure in a good way. He is not trying to get, good attention towards you, good publicity. Is to humiliate you. It is to sacrifice you. That is his true intent. You see these dead bodies, these souls. VladTv, Vlad is a soul snatcher. Look at this. It's to betray you. It's to betray you. It's to deceive you. This talks about being stabbed in the back. This talks about someone that is ingenuine, which is Vlad. He's very, very an ingenuine person. Then strength. In that moment, you have no control anymore. Once you sit on his... He also does something. Spirit is showing me something. He does like a spiritual... He does something to the energy in that room also to make people start talking, to make people feel comfortable. It's not because he's charming either, because he is not that. So don't get it twisted. But he does ritualistic practices to make people get in this, to let their guard down, to let their spiritual defenses down, to get you to get the talking. Most of these people that come on here, they know the street code. They know certain things that they say shouldn't be said, but it's like in that moment, they just get something put on them to get them to just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And it's, at this point, he has dominated you. He has controlled you in this energy at this time. And he's going to paint the narrative of you the way that he does. It's illusion. You see, there's two faces here. And there's other people watching in the background. He is in total control. He is in total control. 3, once again, the energy of spiritual communication as well. His interviews are broadcasted. So we know that that's a form of communication as well. But it's also a communication with someone else that sits behind. Vlad has people that sit behind in those interview rooms as well. He has all kind of cameras. It's like it's a trick. It's a trick room. You think there's one camera and then there's him that's sitting behind him. But there's other cameras. There's other things planted in that room, Spirit is showing me. So let's get to it. Is he Fed affiliated? Is he Fed affiliated? Does VladTv work with the Feds? It's deeper than him working with the Feds, though, guys. Spirit is showing me. It's much deeper than him working with the Feds. Show us his energy surrounding his relationship with the Feds. To bring your ass down. The sun. You know, the sun is a divinity as well. It's a divine energy. He absolutely does work with the Feds. And this is the Tower moment. This is what happens to people when they interview with him. They are, look at that. It's like that surveillance. I'm watching you and I'm here to bring you down. He definitely is in cahoots, especially with this fool. You get on there on his interviews, you run your mouth, you continue to talk, and he's going to bring you down. It's like you signing your own indictment papers. Spiritually manipulates and controls you in that interview. 10 of Wands energy. To end you, 10 of Wands talks about ending of things. It also speaks about 10 of Wands. 10 talks about in and of itself, it talks about the ending of something. It talks about being defeated, something coming to an abrupt end at times. It also, 10 of Wands also talks about a burden, guilt on his back as well. So let's see about this Boosie arrest. Did he have any ties as far as Boosie getting arrested? We know Boosie is one of the ones that people were starting to feel like he had a damn contract with Vlad. It's many interviews that he was doing with him continuously. And then he has been arrested by the Feds, coming out of court for one case, which was dismissed. The moment he stepped out of the courtroom, the Feds was waiting for him with the handcuffs. Page of Wands is a yes card. The Devil. There we go. That 10 energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. He had something to do. 10, 10. To end you. To put you in captivity. To put you in incarceration. 10 of Swords can talk about incarceration as well. And then 10 of Wands. 10 of Cups reversed. Family. His family obviously is affected by this situation. 10, 10. They're watching Boosie's family too. Spirit is showing me this. But yes, Page of Wands. This is his energy. Excuse my language. But he is the devil in disguise. This is what his soul looks like. This is truly who VladTv is. He's conniving. He's deceptive. He's very sneaky in his ways. He means you all kinds of harm. There's nothing good about him. He doesn't care. There's nothing good about him. And this is Boosie's energy right here, by the way. He is very concerned. He is very all over the place. He's very pissed. And look at that little devil on that person's back. That's Vlad and that's Boosie. The fool. Boosie was the fool when he did those interviews with him. He encourages people to do drugs too. Spirit is showing me. Something to get people talking as well. You know, that's the purpose of that. I'm just going to tap into Boosie's energy to see how he's feeling in this moment. How is Boosie feeling in this moment? Show us his energy. Besides the obvious being pissed off, you know. He definitely feel like he was set up. The moon reversed. Boosie know what's up. He feels like he was set up. The Magician. The moon reversed and the Magician. Manipulation, tricked. He's feeling so lost right now. But he knows that he was set up when it comes to this. Let me see. Does he feel like... Let me see. We'll pull the dice. Uh-oh. The lots are cast into the lap. Every decision made is the Lord's. Does Boosie feel like VladTv had anything to do with him being set up? Going to jail, being arrested. So this talks about fake friends. This warns about fake friends. He didn't follow his gut. It's speaking more of the way he feels. He didn't follow his gut. He didn't listen to his intuition. This talks about gossip being part of why he is the way he is. By way of interviews, gossip sometimes can be considered interviews. He knew that he should have not got on that seat. He started to second guess Vlad. Yes, so he definitely feels like Vlad was behind this. I just want a confirmation. He definitely feels like Vlad was behind this. He is completely pissed off. He is going off. He going to start talking. Boosie going to start talking about some things. But he is furious as well. And he definitely feels like it was a setup. I feel like, though, Boosie may start talking. But I'm also feeling like he's going to do it with caution as well. Because he wants to get out of jail, if that makes sense. So it might not be anytime soon. But eventually, you know, Boosie always got to tell his story. Will people continue to... Let me see. Will people continue to do interviews with Vlad? No, I'm going to ask, will Vlad suffer a loss of interviews? Will the interviews slow down for him? Because they're going to be always someone to do an interview with him. Yes, people are going to... So it says his interviews will slow down, but people will continue to interview him. People will continue... He's going to continue to make... you know, fake friendships with people and, you know, things of that nature. But it does show that he's extremely a selfish-ass person. He is entitled, and he does have spiritual attachments, negative spiritual attachments. This talks about the energy of loss that's around him, misfortune, but for others, if that makes sense, for others. Because he's protected. Vlad is protected. Don't get it twisted. But if you engage with his energy, this does warn you of loss and misfortune as well. This talks about an evil person, a person with spiritual attachments. So, and then we have 3. 3 is the number of communication. So people are going to continue to talk to him and do interviews with him. Is Vlad... I just want to ask one more yes or no. But I'm going to pull some cards on this too. Is Vlad at all concerned about the quote-unquote allegations towards him, the rumors about him being fed, affiliated? Is he even the slightest truly concerned about that? He's such an evil... He is such an evil person. Spirit is like reiterating this, y'all. But no, Spirit is saying no. He's not concerned about that because he's relying on the fact that people think that it's all a conspiracy theory. But it talks about a lot of sadness around him and a lot of misery as well. So it's kind of, you know, it's up to you. Move at your own discretion. Move forward with these interviews with this man at your own discretion. But Spirit is speaking loudly and strong that, you know, he has a lot of lower vibrational, if you don't believe in, you know, bad spirits, lower vibrational entities attached. He has a lot of spiritual attachments to him. And he's not worried. He's not worried at all. I just want to see. It's his job to do, and that's what he's going to continue to do. The Hangman. It does talk about some type of shift, though, some type of change. Yeah, he's going to continue to be put on blast. People are going to continue to. But you know what? He has that spiritual support, too. So it doesn't matter kind of what we're saying here in the physical, but he has the right people in place to make sure that he stays good. He stays protected. So, y'all, we open with the ancestors. We're going to close with the ancestors. We're going to conclude with them. We're going to see. Because Spirit already let us know in the beginning. Y'all seen that black magic card come out straight through the gate. The remaining messages that we need to know about VladTv in conclusion, Spirit, what do you need to know? Look deeply. Spirit is saying, look deeply. Take a very good look at the situation. There is more you should know. Read between the lines. Hell yes. So we got a confirmation about this man. Looking deeply. Secrets. Come through, Spirit. Speak to us. Soulmate. Soulmate talks about divine connections. It can talk about unification between you and different spirits. It's not all romance when it comes to soulmate. With alignment, reverse, misalignment. Quality time, the time he puts in with people. He's sneaky. He will vet you. He will try to make you feel like, oh, we're friends. I appreciate your work. I want to put you on a major platform. That's how he talks. Very sneaky. Do you. He's going to continue to do him. Shock. Brace yourself. Shit is about to get real. Come through, Spirit. I said it. Spirits reverse. This talks about negative spiritual contact and communication. Taking spirits, taking energy and manipulating it on people and causing harm in people's lives. Sex. Eyes wide shut, y'all. Level up. He does these things to level himself up. Surprise. Once again, unpleasant surprises. Choices, y'all, better be careful. You better make the right fucking decision when you decide to sit on that man's show. We got a timeline, more things. Once again, Boosie didn't use his intuition. People are not using their better judgment. Initiate, jealous, danger. Confirmation, come through, Spirit. Confirmation of the danger that you put yourself in once you sit on his platform. Lovers and self-care. This is what came out. Hell no. Toxic as fuck. Y'all better be careful with this man, Vlad. Taking your blessings away. Third-party communication. Black third-party communication. Does do left-hand work. Does call on spirits to get people to reveal things for him and to protect him. Delusional. Delusional energy. It's an illusion. The whole setup with him. It's not just an interview. It's not just a journalist just, appreciating the black culture. There's an agenda here. Be careful. Until next time, gang. Peace and blessings.